May the Most High Creator will bless us. 2 songs you remember. Jeepers, Creepers, where'd you get those eyes? You remember that movie, Jeepers Creepers? You remember what they was talking about? That was an occult movie, right? As they say, classic occult movie. Why? Because it's very occultic in things that they do, that we think that are myth, which are real. Especially when it comes to sacrifices, human sacrifices. Remember, we are dealing with a being here that was coming up from the earth. How many years? 23. Every 23 years, and it stays for 23 days, and then it goes back to the earth for another 23. So do you see the 23s that are significant, the 323s within the movie, right? See, what a lot of people don't understand is the numbers 1 through 9 are alive. The occult knows this, all right? So when the occult deal with numbers, they deal with numbers in a different way, in different form. All right, they have sigils and they have different things that express the energies of those numbers, because numbers 1 through 9 are alive. Particularly when you put 23 together, a lot of, put it like this, that's the goat. All right, you can summon the goat, which you don't want to do, but there are a lot of different things that people don't understand within the occult. And when you touch and you dabble on things that which you know because of supernatural experiences, then I have realized today, thinking about this, like, oh shit, I'm a spiritual guide. Whether I want to believe it or not, I can think that I'm a warrior. You know, there are different parts. Remember, the only thing that the Creator wants is for us to expand. That's it. It's not to watch your language and move like this and be still and praise me and, you know, to go bow down and give me praise. And it's not like that. It's to expand. That's your only thing. To learn and expand and become powerful. That's it. See, people put religion because religion is tied to the corruption of man who has been placed here to control the humanity. Because whether you believe it or not, this world is fraternal. It is institutionalized and ran by fraternal orders that pose as different religions based on the fact that there is a Most High or Source or God, if you will. These are just titles. It is not a name for that thing that exists, that has all of us here, and sees not one higher than the other. But through corruption, man doesn't see or understand Source. So we lean on our own understanding and we lean on our own thought. And now we think that because man created so much different things and invented a lot of things, then we are our own gods. But let me get back to this. 23 is a very significant number within the occult. I'm trying to put you on game. Like I said, this is the year of the goat. That's why Michael Jordan had to sacrifice his father to wear that t-shirt that says 23 on there. Alright? Within the occult, there are sacrifices towards that goat. 23 is his number. My second song, my baby told me once, my baby told me twice, my baby told me 3 times nice. Magic. I believe it's magic. I believe it's magic. Remember that song, right? Numbers 1, 2, 3. Alright, when you put them in certain orders and you do different things, they cast different spells and they summon different deities. Now you have to be careful. This is a hex society. Why do you think people think when they win the lotto, they just get the money and, you know, and nothing spiritual happens? You're doing different codes and different numbers that have highly significant spiritual significance, and when you put them in certain arranged numbers, especially if you win, that means you put them in a code that they want you to, and in return they give you X amount of money for? Think about it. How can you have a game that just gives you so much money, and that's the very thing that this economy is based off of, that people are drowning for? Societies, continents, peoples, nations, right? But you have a game, here it is, you put some numbers together and you win all the money that can feed families upon families. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? No. It's not meant to be physically explained. You knock out the spirituality, the spirit, the third eye, and you have no explanation. Except it is what it is, which most people say because they have no real depth of understanding and they can't explain, so no true wisdom, right? Without the money you can't explain shit, basically. But with the money you still can't explain it, because it still doesn't make sense. But it's not meant to, because by the time you get the money, you're not even going to be worried about what makes sense or not. You're only going to be worried about what can please you and the ego, even if you're made to help other people. A lot of spiritual parts are going to be missing if it's just not in your cards. But think about it. It doesn't make sense. So look at what just happened with this a couple of days ago with this earthquake, all right? On the smaller news, it was different numbers. You know, the numbers grew. But the main big media outlets, the first number that they reported was 2,300, and then after it went to 2,300 plus, and from there the numbers grew. But regardless of the numbers, the big media's first reports were 2,300 between both cities, all right, over there in Turkey. This is not a coincidence. They put that there on purpose. 2300, 2,300. My baby told me once, January, the first incident we had over here, 2 shootings within 3 days. They made sure and put it like that for y'all. Then it had 7 people died, 11 people injured, 7-11. They playing with y'all with these numbers. If y'all don't dive deep into the occult and understand your enemy, you ain't gonna know nothing. You lambs to the slaughter. You gonna look at me and think I'm crazy when I really know what's going on. So the first 23, the 2-3 put together, the number magic. All right. People got to be careful of playing bingo too when you arrange them numbers and all that too. That's in the Illuminati cards and all that. Even the game, they speak about all of these things. Even the game bingo with these numbers. Y'all got to wake up. It's institutionalized, baby. And that's facts. That's why certain people get away with murder, man. You see all these rappers getting murked and nothing is going on. So the first 2 threes that month, 2 separate shootings, boom, within 3 days apart. This month, you got 2,300 reported first start off. That's that 23 they slapped you with, letting them know that their spiritual hit has been accomplished. Spiritual hit has been accomplished. So they put it on the news, said yes, this is in dedication to the GOAT. 2,300 is what they posted. My baby told me 3 times. March next month, March Madness. I wouldn't be surprised if some more crazy shit pop off into this new world order that we're ushering ourselves into. You hear me? And the fact that you have no source, no guidance, and you're leading yourself thinking that you're your own God, and you have no backbone, you will be lambs to the slaughter. But if you have your spiritual power and you know what side you're playing on, and it's rooted in your heart, you're gonna be one of the finest things out here. Warrior, power, a true warrior, somebody that lacked true spiritual wisdom and strength and power, and it shows within their character. And you can see it in their heart, in their eyes. They tell no lies. But anyway, next month, March, is truly the beginning of the new year, according to the stars. March is the beginning of the new year. So the fact that we fall under their jurisdiction in their calendar, remember, you fall victim to a lot of different things, like I say. I understand that like I said, I am a spiritual guide. But the thing I want to do is elevate further than that. Because it's sort of like being a teacher at a university. The universal university of the cosmos, right? The university of the cosmos. And you become this teacher, and you're just helping different people, and you're helping the people, right? Sooner or later, the people graduate, and they have the choice to expand and do whatever they want to do. But if you want to teach, that's all you're going to do. I want to expand further than that, though. I don't want to teach. I don't want to be a spiritual guide. I want to help in ways beyond just that. And I think it's time. You ever seen the movie Gabriel? That was an interesting movie. When the Most High, the Source, the Light, sent the angels of light down to earth to help man, because man got ruled by the demons. The demons took over the earth, and it was in darkness. So these beings came down to help the angels, but they fell victim to their egos. Why? Because they fell to their emotions they had for the humans, and they themselves became corrupted and became human. They lost their powers and became mere humans because of their emotions. The ones that they were supposed to come here and help ended up aiding in their demise. Why? Because they felt pity, and they felt like they had to give up their true reason for being in order to help people that don't want to be helped. Ooh, that's deep. What happens when you are that angel trying to help people steadily, and you're losing your power? They're draining you. They're draining us. It's so complex in this world, because the main purpose why you're here, like I said, is to help others. That's it. No matter what type of circumstance it may be, what circumstance you're under, whatever. As long as it's meaningful, as long as it's a meaningful way, then that's the most important thing you can do for your fellow man. Because you remember, just like Neo could have left off, flew off, been a god, destroyed everything or ruled everything if he wanted to, or never even came back to the matrix, the artificial world. But there are real people that were trapped in an artificial world, that were getting regenerated over and over again. And since he woke up from that bondage, that curse, that hex, deep within him, source, the energy that chose him. Remember, he was the one. The one means he was chosen over and over again, because he had the same heart for eternity. So as this chosen godlike being, because God is just a title, it is not the thing. It is just a title for something that we bottle up, that we try to, but it's unimaginable, it's unfathomable. So he chose to come back and help the very people that can easily turn into an agent. Why do you think that he saw everything in barcodes and numbers when he woke up? People don't even get the logic of that number, that message right there. Some people, because he was seeing that it's all the matrix and all that. That's just the surface answer. But if you search deeper than that, it was literally showing you that when you're awoken, you would see that all this is ran by the enemy. All this is ran. The barcodes, you start seeing it how it really works. The beast system. And then you start seeing that everyone around is cooperating, doing their due diligence in service to the beast system. Therefore, they can easily turn into one of their minions. They can easily be an agent in this world. The very people that you're trying to save. Doesn't it kind of remind you of when you're so spiritual that sometimes within your own family, it's like you're the black sheep, right? They call you that. You're the outcast. You see that they fall victim to this world that's false around them. This digitized falsehood that runs us. I want y'all to think about this. You guys have to be careful with these numbers, like I said, man. Especially, like I said, playing the lotto, playing bingo and stuff like that, because, like I said, numbers 1 through 9 are alive. So when they put these numbers and arrange them in certain orders, they produce certain magical effects. This is the reason why the chessboard, not checkers, the chessboard is black and white. I'd show you the dark and the light energies that all that is used within all this whole thing. Freemasonry understands this. You don't. So they put these dates, how they put these numbers together in dates and times are the references. Alright? And when you set up your little rituals, you make sure it's around a date and time that it must be executed. The year of the goat, like I said, that's why Michael Jordan had to have his father taken out to wear that shirt. The year of the goat means sacrifices. I gotta rise higher than just being a spiritual guide. I wanna expand even more. I'm not trying to be just a teacher. You know, I had my time with this. But there's a beyond that I must go to that has nothing to do with the public. That has nothing to do with making videos. For people especially that don't even want to be saved from nothing, they feel like they got it, their own gods or whatever like that. A lot of people make up their own things, so sometimes I gotta step back and realize, like, oh shit, these people are gonna take whatever I say and just literally put the pieces to the puzzle together in their own type of form. Even though I do say we are each other puzzles and you gotta take things and put the pieces to the puzzle together, I realize, like, in me explaining about the light, because that's all that is to my message, it's about the light, and showing you a lot of things that the wicked ones do, because it's all institutionalized, it's all Freemasonry. No matter what genre you look at it, it could be sports, it could be entertainment, politics, military, education, you know, it could be the medical field, it could be anything, the food industry, any industry. Sports, like I said, it could be anything, and it's all under the banner of the institution of Freemasonry. And when you see what's behind Freemasonry, when you see that it's their warlocks and these different, you start realizing, like, oh shit, no matter how high up the ladder you go, there will be sacrifices made to that goat. And as you get more wise, you realize there's less that you have to say, because it's going to happen anyway. This thing that we call prophecy, certain things are going to lead to all these things. You're going to live so much times that There's a even grander scheme than the enemy. You know why? Because what is meant to be will happen anyway. It's just that the wicked ones, they want to prevent the inevitable. There's going to be paradise no matter how long we wait. It's going to be destruction. It's going to be chaos, pain, destruction, all these different things, wars being fought and all that. But guess what? Sooner or later, it will be a paradise. Whether it be some sort of divine way or divine intervention or something like that, something will eventually happen. You're not meant to be here as just this body and just die. You will be back again and again and again until everything is perfect in this world. You have nothing but time. Only when you come back to this world, time applies to us, to the flesh. So we have to use this time carefully, more responsibly. We have to show each other that you will leave a mark here on anyone. I remember one person one day told me, like, man, you're happy for me like you're me or something. And it looked like he was confused by that. But I'm genuinely happy for people. You know why? Because I believe deep down inside, like, I could imagine your life through my eyes, through your happiness. For whatever you're successful in, I can literally imagine me being you, and that's just that joy of whatever moment you're in, for that happiness. I can see it all happening, and I can literally feel that energy, and it gives me a certain high that is supernatural, is to the heart, and you can just feel it. That's how I love hearing about certain people who's genuine and good, when they, anything that they feel good about or successful, and they just show me a piece of joy. It's like it opens up a world for me of joyness. And that keeps you alive forever. It's joy. This is why we need children. There's a pyramid over there, right? One of the great pyramids that the military guards. Do you know why? Because in one of the pharaoh's chambers, there's a room made of made of powdered gold, that you can literally walk through that wall, and when you're inside that room, there's blissful joy and happiness, and you can stay in that room forever. You can literally stay in that room, and people don't want to get out. The energy radiates within that room when you walk through that wall. It's just a room full of bliss and joy. You're going to be so happy in there and never want to come out. So this is what I feel within every one of us. This is what I felt when I merged with the light, when I merged with Source. Like I said, when one of the shadows of death, when my powers got revealed, the shadow of death that it was running from me, and I chased it, and it got burnt up and evaporated by the Source, by the light. And when I merged with it, I felt this overwhelming, universal, cosmic love that it can't be explained in this world. That's what Source is. That's what these books call Christ, and that's the light and all these different things. These books and stuff, they struggle to put this mystic, supernatural power and this wisdom in books. So they try to explain it. See, the thing is, they try to rule. So they put their spin on it, their gods and their names in it. And then pour us. We hold it dearly to our hearts. But the only good thing about that is some people, they morally live righteous through it, regardless of what the name the rulers try to put on it, the spin they try to put on it. So regardless of how much they try to hide the light, there's always going to be a Neo somewhere in this world that shines through power.